What is prosperity? Prosperity is a word synonymous with success, and so prosperity becomes a matter of opinion. When I look around me and I see people struggling to make ends meet while others have such a large amount of money that they don't know what to do with it, I don't think that that is success. When a society runs with only individual needs in mind, they fail. They don't succeed. We are all dependent on each other. When we think otherwise, we spiral down. Again, we come across the question, what is prosperity? I defined what it's not, but what is it? As I said before, prosperity is a matter of opinion. So is success. So as a secondary question, what is success? Success is happiness. It's the ability to live a life of freedom, to be treated with respect and equality. It's a collectivist life, the complete opposite of what classical liberalism lifestyles are. Democratic socialism defies all of the concepts of classical liberalism. They are a collective society who meets the public's needs. In a democratic socialist society, cooperation over competition is key. All people benefit from a democratic socialist society. Economically, the society thrives because the rich are taxed more to create a fair system. I believe that a democratic socialist society is our best option as a people because it gives freedom and equality without reaching the far left, Stalinist end of the spectrum. If we compare a right-winged modern conservatives such as the United States to the left-wing democratic socialist society, like Denmark, we can see that the differences are drastic. In the individualist country, the income gap is huge, and frankly, not many people are happy. Often we associate money with happiness, but if we dig further into this, we learn that the rich are only slightly happier than the average class citizen. In my opinion, being rich doesn't necessarily mean that you have money. It means that you're happy. You can be rich in anything, really. Wealth, family, love, and a multitude of other things. That is what prosperity is. Success. Democratic socialism is the perfect way of living. The opportunities for social programs and help when you need it are phenomenal. For example, in Denmark, you get a full year of maternity leave with 100% full pay. While in the United States, you only get 12 weeks with no pay, except for the possibility of cash benefits at state level. Another example is the cost of education. In Canada, the average citizen or the average university student pays just over $6,000 a year. That's roughly $24,000, if not more, depending on the program you're in. The fact that education is free in a democratic socialist society is incredible. Can you imagine alleviating that stress from yourself just by living in a more collective environment? Democratic socialism provides for its citizens. It leaves almost nobody to struggle and almost nobody behind. Did you know that a number of famous people were democratic socialists? The American Martin Luther King Jr., and if you don't know that name, you should probably look it up. Man's a legend. His I Have a Dream speech is still used as inspiration today. Canada's own Jack Layton was a democratic socialist. He was the leader of the New Democratic Party, otherwise known as the NDP, before his passing in 2011. If we look to the past, we learn of England's Robert Owen, a leader set on improving working and living conditions for his people. He believed that if his workers were happy, then production would increase. It was a win-win situation. He believed that Owen said, "It is therefore the interest of all that everyone from birth should be well educated physically and mentally, that society may be improved in its character, that everyone should be beneficially employed physically and mentally, and the greatest amount of wealth may be created, and knowledge attained, that everyone should be placed in the midst of those external circumstances that will produce the greatest number of pleasurable sensations through the longest life, that man may be truly intelligent, moral, and happy, and thus prepared to enter upon the coming millennium." Owen believed that when people worked collectively, everyone was happy. The working class would have strongly benefited from democratic socialism, because it would have given them control. They would likely have been treated much better, and their lives would have contained far more equality. On the subject of our global issue of climate change, democratic socialism is a great way to begin the elimination of it. As a society whose main purpose is to serve its people, we can begin to resolve the issue. As an economy who is unafraid of being sacrificial, it is easily seen that we would be able to come together as a people in understanding that climate change is having an extremely negative effect globally. Democratic socialists can collectively agree to a solution to dissolve the issue. Because we are community-driven, sacrifices will be made to stop our climate change, such as different means of production, less fuel usage, and the reduction of elimination of anything causing harm. With the regulation of all of this, I believe that climate change will begin to fade. With a group as collectively driven as democratic socialists, we will be successful. Our economy will continue to thrive politically. Politically, we will have who and what we want, and we will be happier. That is what success is. Democratic socialism is prosperity.